what we're looking at, Raylene. It's just about 60 degrees right now. I think it kind of depends on if you're in the valley or where the hell you are, but right around like 55, 60 degrees. It is beautiful. The sun is shining. It's just stellar out there. Clouds later today for the most part, going to be mostly cloudy, and I think they're saying like lower to mid-70s today is what I'm hearing. So not a bad day.
Not
right?
a bad day at all. And,
Yeah.
and the sun is shining right now.
Right now, it's beautiful.
And Aaron is sending me pictures left and right at the balloon festival at the Post Mills Airport in Post Mills, Vermont. And I've posted a few, but incredible morning over there. That event is happening all day today and tomorrow, 8 to 8.
Yeah.
Tomorrow and tonight and tomorrow is also Dinner Under the Balloons.
Yes.
Event that is posted as well. So check it out. Perfect. They've had some pretty shitty weather the last couple of years.
Yep.
And they won't necessarily be able to fly far. The winds aren't just right. And as we learned quickly, you don't steer those.
No.
Everything is dependent on the wind and a prayer.
Right. No steering wheel on a hot air balloon.
No.
The official forecast tonight, cloudy, occasional rain showers, mainly late after midnight, down around 52. And then tomorrow and Saturday, this is kind of a change, isn't it? Now they're saying cloudy and showers. Rain at about 40%, highs around 65 tomorrow. We're going to check in with...
Is that Rogers' forecast?
Yeah. I'm not sure why, but we're going to check in with Drew Lamb in just a little bit from Central Vermont Cars and Coffee. Of course, they're getting ready for the big Williamstown Memorial Day Parade tomorrow at 10:30 in Williamstown. It's going to be huge. They got all kinds of stuff going on in town. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yes.
So there you have it. It's going to be a packed weekend. Jammed.
Lots and lots going on.
Just jammed. Let's see. In the news, we have the Irisburg Bridge, which that was like a huge fire and whatnot that happened over the winter. Right?
Fuel tanker that crashed this winter.
Yeah.
Went over the bridge into the water or through the bridge into the water, and there was a massive fire that also,
that was like
messed with the integrity of the bridge.
Right. Wasn't it like February or something like that?
5 months ago, it says. So.
Okay. But it's now opened.
Yes.
They turned that around quickly.
It is now open. They did a great job. I was actually up there the week before last. I went to Albany to the cemetery to visit with my grandfather and just neaten things up after the winter, and then took the detour so we could go over to a little restaurant that's over there in Cavendish.
One of the biggest stories is, I think, yesterday, and I thought you were joking when you dropped the story about the truck getting stuck in Smuggler's Notch.
Well, and people keep saying it didn't technically get stuck because he was able to turn around. Well, lucky for him, it got stuck. Lucky for him, and the squeeze in which he had to turn around, and the time it took him to turn around, and the fact that he literally went around the barricades on the wrong side of the road. He chose to take the left-hand side, which would have been the down, and to do it. He knew damn well that he was doing something that he wasn't supposed to do, but did it anyway.
I'm not sure if there's like something in the air that's over in that part of Vermont, or if it's
lack
like
thereof,
or lack
I don't
thereof,
know.
or lack of oxygen, or if like there's like a magnetic field that's coming from the planets or something that's zoning into that area of Stowe. But why?
Just straight up dumbass.
I drove up there last week.
Mm-hmm.
Andy and I went up to Bingham Falls, and we were hiking around that area. And on my way up Route 108, there are so many signs everywhere. Trucks, warning, you cannot, whatever they say, you cannot access, you're not going to make it. But, there's signs everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't
but
understand.
only in English, apparently. And
I don't
Only in
understand.
English, apparently. And some people believe that that is the problem, that they're only in English.
Oh,
but-
don't get me going.
Yeah, well, not
That's
just
not
that,
the
but
problem.
exactly.
The problem is
People want to take a shortcut. And I don't even agree with the whole, the GPS said it was okay crap. It's just crap.
Bruce.
Is what it is.
Bruce is saying they probably should be written in Spanish. What I say is that drivers should probably understand English. Am I out of line for saying that? Here's the thing.
Or many languages.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you're here in America and you're doing a profession like that, you should, if you're a truck driver, be able to understand
What the signs say.
Especially if you're a truck driver, you should be able to understand what signs say in English.
Yes. I agree.
People, Stacy, am I out of line here?
No, you're not.
What
You're really not.
What do others have to say? I mean, what I want to see what other kind of comments come in here. I mean, Stacy says bonehead truckers. I mean, but there's a lot of truckers out there that really they get it. They know. They're intelligent. They know, hey, that's the deal. And even if my GPS says that I can drive across the ocean, there's a sign that's coming up that's saying the ocean is ahead. You might want to
Find a bridge.
chop the brakes.
I know. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It really is.
Am I out of line?
Well, I'm sure some will think you are, and some will think you're not.
Anyway.
That's the way it goes every single day.
And I asked how many hours did it take for these Chinkas
I didn't see
to be installed, which, I mean, is it the tax dollar that's paying for that?
Well, I'm sure.
Okay. So how many hours did
Well,
it
and
take?
hopefully that trucker is going to pay for a portion of that. I mean, I hope
Yeah.
there was a fine, a significant one. It needs to be like a really hefty duty fine, so that companies start saying to their drivers, if you take that route, you're done, you're fired.
Yeah. Stacy has a great point here. He says it's not just Vermont. It's a nationwide problem. And a lot of the GPS is sending truckers where they shouldn't be going. So maybe Stacy and I should.
But when there's clear signage, you really should cut it out.
Yeah, I mean the signs.
No matter what your GPS says, when you get there, if the sign says absolutely not, you need to reroute.
As a trucker, you should be paying attention to what the road signs are saying. Yeah, watch your GPS and whatnot, but don't put all your faith in
a
the
truck
GPS.
inspection. You're supposed to walk your truck every morning. If somebody else walks your truck and said your truck is fine and your truck is not fine, guess whose ass it is?
Yeah, poor design in the state, says Bruce. They should have done both lanes and been done with it. Maybe use some big boulders instead of plastic.
Those little sticks. They needed to do something much more significant.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've seen lots of comments. Like Glenn just posted, lock him up. Give him a massive fine.
Well, I say give them a massive fine and make them sit for the night so they lose a day of travel and they have a huge fine, like I said, so the companies that employ them start saying, if you take that road, you're done.
Yeah, or at least like a red flag on the state of Vermont. Whoa, you're going up to Vermont? Listen, if you're going anywhere near Stowe or Jeffersonville, there's a place called Smuggler's Notch. It's a Route 108. Stay the hell away from it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And there's so many comments that I read last night. Put a bridge up and rip the top of the truck off. I mean, some of this stuff I think people are obviously joking around.
Well,
about.
and some of them are just sick of it. I mean, you get sick hearing about it.
Yeah.
All the time because it just seems absurd.
We had a couple of wrong-way drivers on the interstate, not one, but two. Was it yesterday or the day?
They were both 79 years old.
Both
as well.
79. One in St. Albans up on 89, and the other one on 91 up near Lyndonville, which I guess that lady was from Monroe, New Hampshire, and they had to use spike strips to stop her.
Yeah.
Not sure what that was all about.
I'm not sure either.
Is there more to that story? Was she drunk? I mean, why did they have to use spike strips? Was she not paying attention?
Well, maybe she was going to get into some dangerous territory, and they were unable to stop her at that point. I don't know.
But
truthfully, I did not keep up with that yesterday. I was a little bit out of the loop, as you know, yesterday. So I was kind of catching back up last night from 10 p.m. until God knows when this morning.
Yeah.
So.
Are you feeling better?
I am a little bit. I mean, I'm sore for sure. I feel like I've got shampoo in my eye and I can't get it out, but it'll stop. And I've got the black. I can see where she did the shot.
Yeah.
So that's annoying.
So no matter where you look, there's like a shadow
black
thing.
There's a black bubble.
That would
it's
drive
annoying
me
as hell.
batshit. God, I'd go crazy.
Well, and especially when you're walking along and you think all of a sudden you're going to run into something and it's nothing. It's just that stupid thing in your eye. So you come to it, like a halt.
What a pain in the ass.
But let's give the update about Lisa Rogers.
Yeah.
She was found and found safe. Not a whole lot of information. And really, there doesn't need to be. We just need to know that she's safe, and we need to let her and her family deal with whatever it is that they need to deal with.
Yes.
And in saying all of that, I want to give a big thank you to the Berry City Police Department officers and dispatchers included. Their kindness and compassion and concern last night was amazing for not only me, but the family, which was most important. One of the girls had reached out, and the daughters, and
it moved quickly.
And I called the police department, and they were very helpful. We're very grateful for them, and I just thank them for everything that they did last night.
Yeah. I was happy to wake up this morning and see that news. What's going on with Burton Snowboards? They just did a big layoff.
Yes.
A bunch of people. You posted that story up this morning. That's trending in Vermont News this morning. It's too bad. It's too bad.
Well, it is too bad because it just it's one more company that is
one more
struggling.
Big company. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Corporate Cup was yesterday. I did very well, by the way, in that. I mean, my knee was giving me a little bit of trouble there towards the end. Just at the end. I mean, just like 200 yards before the finish line. But I was able to do better than the previous year. And I'm doing really well with this, the whole running regimen that I do every morning, 4 a.m.
You run from the bed to the bathroom so you don't shit your pants?
Taylor Hoare is trying to become Rookie of the Year, the first female Rookie of the Year, which I think is fantastic.
Me too.
You think she'll get it?
I sure hope so. She's a great girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in here 2 years ago, I think.
Yep, she was. And she is one of the Race to Read drivers this year.
Yes.
So I'm hoping she gets some big wins and is able to accomplish that.
Here's one that is surfacing this morning. It's all over Vermont News. It was a little bit yesterday, more so today. And I want to know what Vermonters have to say about this. I want to see the comments coming in this morning about this, and I want us to try to look at all angles. That professional licenses are now going to be granted to folks here in Vermont, regardless of their immigration status. I mean, obviously, I'm curious to know what the inception of this was. Who created this? I'm guessing it's a bill. I haven't read really much up on the story.
Well, we all know there's a work shortage, but and so here you want to step in some more hot water, I'll do it for you. No worries. Instead of that, how about we make the people that we are funding to be here work instead?
Yeah, I don't think that's stepping in hot water. I think
We have enough. We are inundated. We have a housing crisis and shortage. We don't have.
We have an affordability crisis
yeah,
too.
the deficit is like absolutely insane, and there are all kinds of people that we are caring for that are living in hotels and this, that, and the other, and getting meals and room and board and internet and heat and hot water and electricity and air conditioning and and they're not doing a damn thing. How about we put them in the workforce first and say, let's start feeling a little bit better about yourself so you can become a productive member of society, and let the immigrants become legal immigrants the right way.
I don't,
because we're just calling more people.
Yeah, I don't think that's
stupid shit.
I don't think that's stepping in hot water. I think that's a common and pretty rational way of thinking.
It's common sense.
It's common sense. We have bigger things to worry about, whether or not everybody gets a professional license. However, we do need more people that have. We need more people working. We need more people doing jobs, and
we have more people here than we know what to do with.
If we have folks here that are not legal immigrants, but they're willing to work, and they're motivated, and they have strong drive and incentive to provide a service or a skill that they possess. We should have we need the help. We need the work.
We do need the work.
Why do we have so many Vermonters that
because we're allowing it, and that's what's going to happen with.
I don't have the answers here.
We're allowing it, and I think it will continue to happen. More illegal immigrants, more immigrants will come, and because they can earn money here, while and that's still, so then we still need to find housing for them, even if they're working.
Right.
We still need to find housing for them, and in the meantime, we're still paying for the people that don't want to do anything. They just want to,
that's it.
to live on the dimes and backs of everyone else, and that's not okay.
I agree.
And I'm fine with immigrants moving, especially, and if you want to move here and get a job and take the steps to become legal while you're here, but let's figure out how we're going to do this and not continually get more and more and more people.
Yeah, Alice just says a professional license usually requires some type of advanced education, and Judy's saying what qualifies as a professional license. I'm assuming these are licenses in the trades. This is my assumption. I don't know. But I know that I know a few folks who have professional licenses, master's licenses in plumbing and heating and electrical.
I'm sure you could get a professional license in driving a truck, too.
Well,
we just had that conversation.
Right. Here's the thing. Those folks that have those master's licenses, they had to bust their ass.
Yes, they did.
To get them. Not only get them, achieve them, but maintain them. It's not like you get it once and you get the card and it goes in the wallet and you have nothing. That's it. You have to go back every, well, I don't know what it is, a year, 2, 3, and study up and sharpen the edge and make sure that you're up with code and you know what's going on. So where is this idea of professional licenses getting granted to folks regardless of their immigration status? Is this coming from the Golden Dome?
It is.
Okay.
It goes into effect September 1st.
September 1st. All right. And admittedly, I have not read the article. At some point this weekend.
It's not a very long one.
All right.
I just read it this morning and then recapped before we went on air.
All right. I need to. Admittedly, I need to just sit and read this with an open mind. Get it all figured out.
It's hard to have an open mind when, I will say that it's very hard to have an open mind when you are being stretched as thin as you possibly can be stretched, that there's literal holes here and there from being stretched. And they want to add something else that is possibly going to continue to cost us even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard not to be angry.
Yeah, I got you. This weekend is going to be massive. I'm going to see if we can connect in with Drew Lamb from Cars and Coffee, Central Vermont Cars and Coffee. He's got big plans in Williamstown as he's bringing his car show to the Williamstown Memorial Day Parade. Drew, good morning, buddy. How are you, man? We're doing okay, brother. We're doing all right. Listen, tell us. I mean, we're looking at the forecast here, and now they're saying a pretty good, 40% chance. So 40% chance for rain showers. Is this still all systems go here? Do we know?
It's all systems go until we hear otherwise.
Okay.
We just have the car aspect of the show. I know that the Williamstown Parade is being held by the town themselves.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard a no from them yet. So as far as I know, it's still a go for as of right now.
All right. We're going to get lined up starting at 9 a.m. over at the Den. Is that right?
9:30.
9:30.
Yep.
Woo! I got an extra half an hour, Raylene.
He'll need it, Drew.
Oh,
He's late for everything.
Please understand that I will need it. All right, 9:30, we start lining up. Here's the deal, Drew. You don't have to have a classic. It doesn't have to be a 30s or a 40s or a 50s, 60s car. This can be any nice car that is worthy of looking at and saying, wow, that's a really nice car.
I mean, in hindsight, it's really up to anybody that wants to bring anything. We're not going to, it's just like a car show. We're not going to restrict anybody from wanting to come. If you want to come, you can come. If you have anything, a Subaru Outback, a Corolla, it doesn't matter what it is. We don't care. Any car is a build in our eyes. So just because I'm doing something with the Williamstown culture for the parade doesn't mean I'm going to go away from what we do at our car shows. Anything is welcome.
I think that's so cool, man. And you've had really new modern cars there. You had a Tesla pickup truck at one of the last show, the one before Mother's Day up there at Aspen Dental, which was so cool to see. You know, you got the full gamut, man. And I said this last time I had you on the air. It's like you got a Tesla pickup truck right next to a 36 Model A. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. And, you know, that's the good thing about our show is we don't discriminate for anything. We want bikes, we want motorcycles, we want trucks, cars. We really just want anything that we can get.
JD told me he's going to ride his Barbie Jeep.
Let him. Absolutely.
As long as I have some kind of covering over my face so people don't know it, I'm going to fit perfectly in this thing. Drew, is there any cost to be involved with Central Vermont Cars and Coffee?
No, not at all. It's an absolutely free thing. We do it for the community base. Our show started about 4 years ago, right after COVID. to where we are just a free car show. We're just here to help people just get out and look at cars and be outside. It was hard enough doing that in COVID, and it's still hard to do nowadays because people are so wound up in their phones and the internet that they don't want to go outside anymore. So we give them a reason to come outside now.
Yeah. Saw this guy parked over at McDonald's in South Barrie in a 36 Model A. I don't know, a week ago or so. And man, it's like there's so many folks out there that have cars that they need to know about Central Vermont Cars and Coffee. They need to know that the second Sunday of every month, you guys gather as many vehicles together over at the Aspen Dental Plaza and do this.
Yeah. Biggest thing is that it's free to everybody. You don't have to have a car to go to it. You can park on the side and just watch the show. It's a free event. Its biggest it's been is this year. Our first show had about 115 cars. Our Mother's Day event, we had way more than I thought we would. I thought we'd average like 40. We had about 80 to about 120 people or so that showed up, people-wise. But 80 cars is still a pretty good number for a Mother's Day turnout.
Yes, it is.
It was amazing to see the mothers. It was amazing to give them their free coupon book.
Yes.
It was just a good thing that we got to do, community-based and just overall.
I love it, man. I'll see you at 9:30.
Absolutely.
And, you know, if it rains a little bit, I think we'll be all right. But 40% chance on Saturday, I think we'll be fine. Williamstown's going to they do things anyways, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I mean, even the other thing is that we had a 40% chance of it raining the day before our car show on Mother's Day, and we woke up and it was a 10% chance.
Right. Exactly. Great point. 60% chance that it's not going to rain.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got to take that in perspective is all.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate what you do.
Absolutely.
Have a great time.
You too. Have a great day, guys. Have a great weekend.
We'll see you there.
I'll talk to you guys later.
God, I can't believe that's coming up tomorrow. Whew.
I know.
That came up fast.
Everything is coming up
But
fast.
they got a craft festival going on. They got a flea market. They've got a barbecue lunch they're doing.
There's going to be fireworks.
Fireworks at dusk. Yes. A big pork dinner they're going to do. Seaver Field's going to be crazy with the craft festival. Come on out, have some fun, and you're going to see some classics in this Williamstown parade. You're going to see a lot of stuff in that parade, not just the classic cars, but you're going to see some great stuff. So, I'll be
Barb
there.
is the one that thought you'd be in your battery-operated Barbie Jeep.
Whatever.
But she knows that you want to go green.
Yeah.
So
really, yeah.
I hope you bring an extra battery.
Listen, you posted something up, Raylene, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago. I don't know. You posted something up that I was thinking about this morning. And actually, technically, I was thinking about it this morning, but I was thinking about it yesterday, too. When I was driving down 302 coming through Berlin, and I looked over at the old Panera building. And I know we've brought this up on the air in the past. And I'm like, I was with Andy, and, he's like, what's going to happen there? And we started having this conversation about, what would be great there in the old Panera building, which has been closed now for, I don't know how long.
Right.
It's been a long time.
A long while.
And I'm like, of course, I go to Moe's. I'm like, that would be...
Moe's Backyard Barbecue?
No. Moe's, like the franchise. Welcome to Moe's. 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 Raylene. Oh, my God. People know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, that would be perfect. Moe's would be amazing. My God. Burritos and tacos and stuff like that. And we started pushing around a few other ideas. And then I got thinking about the post that you put up, which, I mean, my God, the reaction that got. You were like, you basically said, what restaurants and eating establishments do you remember?
Yeah,
do you miss? Do you remember?
Remember and miss. And for me, I would love to see the steakhouse back.
The steakhouse, yes.
And it's sad that they weren't supported enough to remain open. They were just not busy enough.
Yes.
And then the Tower, Dell's, Jockey Hollow, Soup and Greens, the Dugout. I mean, there are we have had so many amazing samples at the airport, but amazing restaurants and places to eat and go, and we didn't support them.
Yeah.
We supported freaking chains. We supported
Sure.
Moe's.
Yeah.
Screw Moe's.
Hey, whoa,
How about
whoa.
Moe's Backyard Barbecue?
Well, I understand.
Local dude
No, I
that
get
like
it.
kicks some serious ass and makes amazing
I
food.
understand, but how would he be able to afford the rent there? On it's like it would be.
Well, we would have to support him so that he
yeah.
could.
Well, that's true.
Now we're losing Delicate Decadence. So where are we going to go? Freaking
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme if they come to town?
Wasn't there a lobster pot?
Sucks.
Was there a lobster
There
pot?
was.
Where
And
was
Fisherman's Galley. It was in Montpelier where the new restaurant is, and now it just went right out of my head.
Okay.
But right there in Montpelier.
that? Okay.
And when they left, New England Culinary Institute took over. They had a place there for a while.
Yeah.
And I've heard the new place that's in there is great. Actually, know somebody who works there, Vivi Matthews.
Yeah.
But it's pissing me off that I can't think of the name.
I just want to set the record straight here that Glenn Brummert, officially, this is not a lie.
He said Chick-fil-A.
He said Chick-fil-A before Michael Booten. He beat Michael Booten.
Well,
I'm just saying, it's right there. The proof is right there.
Yeah.
Booten dropped the ball on that. But in Booten, how sad is it that somebody like Michael Booten would have to go across Lake Champlain to go to a Chick-fil-A?
To go to
There's
Chick-fil-A.
something- He's got a problem.
he did go. He and
I
Tim
know
went.
he has.
Yeah.
There's
They were
something-
on a mission.
Something cracked up here if you're going that far.
Well,
But listen, I just want to know, like, what would people love to see? And I know there's some franchises that are down south that would be, oh my God, would be amazing up here. Like Arby's, stuff like that.
we've had all those, though,
Yeah.
in Burlington. We've had Arby's and Wendy's and Denny's.
A&W.
There's still an A&W in Middlebury.
Yes.
Although it's nothing like I remember as a kid. As a
Yes.
kid, I thought A&W was the bomb. The hot dogs, the
Oh,
French
yeah.
fries,
The
the onion
burgers.
rings were to die for. And unfortunately, it wasn't even close to what it was when I was a kid, for sure.
Have you ever had an A&W burger?
I'm sure.
Oh, God. I mean, I know people that ride over the App Gap all the time and go
Right.
over to A&W over there.
Right. And Michael just reminded me that franchises are owned by locals.
Yeah.
Not all franchises are owned by locals, though. Some franchises, somebody will put one here and they're not present, and so most, but not all, are locally owned. But it's still it's the name, and I just wish we could really be supportive of true local people. Like, let's support the hell out of Tasty Bites that's going
Yeah,
in right
right.
up the road.
Absolutely. But I got to tell you, I'm just going to say it right now. If there was a Moe's that was in the
You'd be going. You'd be first in line.
over at that Panera, the old Panera building,
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. So
are there any other Moe's lovers out there other than me
yes,
and Pat? I mean, come on.
Somebody did write
That was
Moe's.
just
They
Pat.
agreed with you.
That was just Pat. Just two. There's two Moe's fans in Central Vermont. Really, people? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
God. Anyway, Dell's. I forgot all about Dell's.
Yeah, you can't forget Dell's. I mean, they had the best subs anywhere.
Pasta
And
dinners.
uh-huh.
I remember going in there on a nice cold winter night, and the lighting and the atmosphere in there. You sit down and you'd get just a dish of pasta that was
Yeah.
amazing.
They had amazing food.
I don't
amazing.
know who were those people and who was that chef? Do you know who those folks were?
I don't.
Somebody knows. Barb will know. Becky will know. Becky says Moe's is awful.
The one in Williston.
She's actually right. I've been to the one in Williston, and she's right. It is horrible. Won't go back. Yeah, I'm. Maureen says that she loves Moe's, but Becky's right. The one in Williston sucks. Sorry. Hope we don't get sued, but it's true. Salvador and Babic. Can we just talk about them for just a second?
Absolutely.
I know that tax season is kind of over now, but
kind of.
But there are people that have filed extensions, and there are people that need a financial planner, and there's
and businesses that are still
yes,
doing taxes and have time. And
yes. Just know this: their rates are affordable. Their staff is friendly. Their staff is experienced. They know what they are doing. This is what they embody. They wake up every day. This is how they're wired. They know. You go in there with a question, even if it's a dumbass question. They're going to help you. They're going to get it figured out, no matter what it is. If you're trying to plan for college, if you got a tax kerfuffle that you're trying to get through, they're going to take care of you. Good people. Set up an appointment, 476-8673. Of course, you can visit their Facebook page or shoot them an email, office@salvadorandbabic.com. Good people. One of our sponsors.
They provide services and support for your business. If you're someone that's going into business and you want them to manage your money and your payroll and your quarterly taxes and all of that great stuff, they provide all of that that support as well as the actual doing the work, so that that's one thing you just don't worry about.
Yep.
That's a lot to worry about.
Of course it is.
Let the professionals do it, so you don't get caught up in all of the grief and somewhat terrible things that could happen.
We got folks looking in out on North Main Street here, giving us a wave. And it's so nice. I love that.
Yes, we do.
Also, this is a great time to think about going to a movie. If you want to catch a movie this weekend, Dune is playing at the Capitol Showplace. Kung Fu Panda, Fall Guy, which Andy and I went and saw. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes looks amazing. Haven't seen it yet. This new movie, If, got to take Lily to that. And Challengers over at the Paramount, which is a couple hundred yards from our studio here. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and Fall Guy. So
yeah, and then tonight at the Den,
what's happening?
They are kicking it off a little bit early. Seth and Sophie take the stage from 5:30 to 7:30 for an acoustic set, and that all happens before DJ Basics takes the stage at 8.
Okay.
And he, of course, plays some amazing dance tunes, and the patio space is open. It's open year round, but what more perfect night to enjoy that space.
Absolutely.
Maybe a fire in the fire pit and just kick back and relax out there with one of the many drink specials. Great food. The burgers are to die for. Check it all out over at the Den in Williamstown. And then
go outside and enjoy that outdoor patio.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of patios, are you ready for Memorial Day?
I'm sitting down.
Because Nelson's is definitely ready. They have everything you need. They have grills, sauces, and rubs, and patio furniture, umbrellas, you name it. They've got it over there, and they're all prepared to help you set up your Memorial Day weekend the right way.
Yeah. The green egg that you put a picture, I love those things.
Yeah, flowers, everything. They have literally everything.
Everything. Anyone that I know that has had a green egg, and I probably 2 or 3 people, they're like, biggest secret on the planet. They're like, these things are unbelievable. They just love them. But they got the Weber grills over there. They got and they've got the griddles.
And the Traegers and you name it, they have it. Or you can get any grill imaginable over there. They even have pizza ovens. So
those Blackstone griddles are like, whoo, gotta have one.
Yeah, check it out. Definitely, and like I said, they literally have everything. Flags, stuff for the cemetery. They have everything.
I want to talk about Harrington's this morning. Harrington's Food and Fuel. Breakfast sandwiches, burritos, made by Mimi donuts and cinnamon buns. Holy crap. You walk in there, you can eat healthy too. You can grab and go.
Get a salad if you want. Get an amazing sandwich.
Yep. Pizza, burgers, cheeseburgers, salad sandwiches, Ms. Martell's gourmet cookies and bars. Again, plenty of grab-and-go stuff. So if you're swinging in for some gas, say hello to the gang.
Mm-hmm.
Grab the gas, grab something else. Give some kudos to Scott and Cheryl and Brody and support the McCarthy family Maple Farm because they've got their products there too, and they're just great people. Mm-hmm. Great people. Mm-hmm. And speaking of Harringtons, Heather Slayton.
She's going to be coming in here?
She's going to be coming in real soon.
And you speak of her because she is a partner, in Harrington's Food and Fuel. So that's kind of how you went from, speaking of Harrington's, Heather Slayton.
It's one and the same.
The connection.
Yes, absolutely. So Heather thinks that she's going to be coming in here talking about Washington County mental health,
mm-hmm.
which of course we are. Mm-hmm. Of course we are. But if she thinks that we're not going to throw in a Harrington's hit,
right,
she's crazy.
She's crazy.
Because we're definitely going to. Mm-hmm. But we're going to be talking about some of the changes that are coming to Washington County mental health. There's some big ones. I don't want to reveal too much, but there's some good things that are happening.
Yeah. Well, we know the first floor at 23 Summer Street is now open.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Which
so
is the
bigger news definitely to come in regards to that.
That's the home of the Imagination Station
and WellSpace
and Phoenix and just everything. They do
mm-hmm.
everything in there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about this Scotty Scheffler? Apparently arrested at a PGA championship, not following orders after a traffic fatality. Number one golfer in the world arrested outside of a golf club.
I did not read anything about that.
Happened this morning on his way to the PGA championship with... I'm looking at images here of him handcuffed as he was led to a police car. Failed to follow police orders during a pedestrian fatality investigation. Wow. And we've got the mug shot here and everything this morning.
Well, not
Holy
good.
crap.
We'll have to get that posted up. Why don't you share that right now?
I will. I
you
absolutely.
can just hit share right while we're live and it'll be there.
It's not going to throw us off the air?
No, it won't do that anymore.
You positive?
I promise you. I've worked out that whole big snag that we had.
By the way, did you see did you see how many people tuned in for when I was streaming live over at Gusto's the other night?
I did.
Holy crap.
We've had a couple of really big events this week.
Yeah.
Even at the polls,
Yes.
the cooking hot dogs, we
Huge.
had crazy numbers. And then We Are Hope, of course, no surprise there, that many were tuned in. Can't say enough about that whole program.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
Isn't it, though? I just
absolutely
loved having Sean Perry on the air.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
Then It's No Secret with Rick Barnett.
Yes.
That has been viewed by so many as well.
Strong
so
week.
We've
Yeah.
we've definitely had a great week as far as that goes. Also, something else that makes it a great week is something that we were always are heavily involved in, is the Brittany Burt Memorial
Yes.
fundraiser.
Yes.
Christina Willie contacted us yesterday and let us know, or maybe the day before, that the benches were in, and those were placed yesterday at Berrytown Elementary School, and I've posted that up. She's shared some really pretty pictures, and just so incredibly happy and proud of everything that event has accomplished. When she came to us 4 years ago, it's been 4 years now, and said, hey, I really want to do this. I'm trying hard, but I'm not able to make any money for the foundation because, I'm giving it all out to the venue, and then there's not a lot left. And I really want to make this super successful, and can you guys help? And we did. And we've had some great partners in that each year that donate the venue, and then with the promotion and all of the amazing people in the community that are willing to give prizes and gifts for the auction. It's just become a really amazing event, and I'm super proud of that, and I'm super happy for her.
The nice looking benches.
Yes, they are.
We're showing them right now.
Friendship benches.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Beautiful. Job well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And, this is something that I think Christina knows this, that we're always going to support. We're always going to be supporting her efforts and what she's doing in honor of and in memory of her daughter. So, anything else? Anything else that you can think of?
Oh, I'm sure there's a million things, but no,
Yeah.
I think we're good.
We got police seeking doorbell camera footage in the North Country death investigation. Oh, my God. These storms in Texas, the videos, some of the destruction on the ground, unbelievable. And Roger Hill was saying that we've had the El Nino. We're now going to be having the El Nina. What that means is the Atlantic hurricane season upcoming is going to be worse than it's ever been. I'm not necessarily quoting Roger Hill, but I'm paraphrasing basically what he said. In some cases, especially Florida, they're going to see potentially some of the worst hurricanes they've ever seen. So, not good.
Insane. And before we go, I do want to remind everyone that we will be at the courthouse on the 21st.
Yes.
No later than 12:15. People will arrive between 12 and 12:15, and we have the Justice for Tyler signs ready to go. It's one of the first actual hearings after arraignment for Ben Wader, so we will be doing the Justice for Tyler gathering at the courthouse on the 21st, so that is next week, coming right up around the corner.
It's a Tuesday, isn't it?
I hope to see many of you there. Yes, it is. And, I would love your support, whether we have enough signs or not. The more, the merrier. And I just ask people to keep it civil. We're not going to yell and scream and chant things. We don't want to get thrown out of there. We want to remain peaceful so that we can stay there and get our point across. And so, just please remember that if we want to honor him and remember him, that we need to do it peacefully so that we can continue to do it.
Okay. That's Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay. This weekend, we just want to say there's a lot going on. The Barb Wilkins Memorial Ride is going to be on Sunday. I think that starts at 10:30, something like that.
I'd have to look again, but I believe you're right. Yes.
Over at Wilkins.
And then also on Sunday, we know we have Bikers for Beth.
Yes. I was going to wear my Bikers for Beth T-shirt this morning, and I looked at it, and there was... You want me to just be honest?
Too tight?
No, actually, no, Raylene, it wasn't too tight, but
bullshit.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for suggesting that it may be. Really appreciate that.
Your boobs look bigger than Dolly's in it.
Thanks for suggesting that also, Raylene, but that had nothing to do with it either.
Hi.
Wow. Wow.
You had barbecue sauce from Moe's on it?
I had gone out to the chicken coop and was not aware. I was holding one of the chickens, was not aware that I had chicken shit smeared all down the front of it, which had dried. But yeah, there was chicken shit all over the front of my.
Good Lord.
Sorry.
I'm surprised you didn't wear it anyways, truthfully.
Wait, what did you just say?
I'm super surprised you didn't wear it anyway.